What's up, guys? It's Mikey Boost. I'm about to show you how we are installing our front mount intercooler. We went with a Treadstone 1235 intercooler, which is rated for 760 horsepower. My goals are not that high, but I always want to have room for a little bit more. I went ahead and took off the front bumper already, and I'll walk you step by step for replacing the intercooler or upgrading your intercooler. The piping that I went with is a CXRacing piping kit, but the intercooler itself I went with Treadstone, which is a US based store in South Florida that I have friends over there, and I decided to support them. They have great products and I'm looking forward to doing this. All right, guys, so first things first, we took out the factory pipe. So that's the cold pipe. And we loosened up all the clamps. So this one has one up here, one down in the bottom, one up here, one down in the bottom also. We loosened everything up there. We took out this bracket from back there. Took out bolts from these brackets here, as well as brackets over here. And now we're just gonna pry out from the couplers, get this factory intercooler off, and eliminate this factory system. All right, guys, so one thing I missed to tell you was that there are some bolts to take out here so you can release that piping. So the cold side is completely eliminated, intercooler's off. I already routed the cold pipe to the new front mount that we're using. So you can see here, this is the Treadstone 1235. They say it's good for up to 1,000, but they advertise 760 horsepower. I'm only gonna be trying to hit 500. I wanna keep stock intake manifold, stock exhaust manifold, turbos on the way. And I'll keep you guys posted on that. But let's finish up this intercooler. I'm gonna have a friend come out to try to make some flanges, or sorry, some brackets to keep this intercooler in place. We're gonna see where we're gonna have to weld up some brackets, or if we're gonna be able to use these holes to make some brackets to just bolt them on. So we did route the new cold pipe. It is gonna go down. There's space to use factory clutch fan and shroud. GKTech fan is in here, doesn't touch. There is enough space. Pretty tight, but there's enough space. So this pipe does route down to around here, and the next pipe, we'll have to cut a hole somewhere to route it through this area. So that pipe is right here. So it's basically gonna go from the front of the car, cold side of the intercooler, to that pipe. And that's about it. Super simple, very easy. Worst part is that you gotta cut the car, obviously. I already removed my windshield washer tank, or windshield washer fluid tank. That was easy, just 4 bolts. You have one over there, another one down here. There was another one up here, so inside the fender. And the last one was inside the fender over here, right here. once you got all those 4 out and you disconnect these clips, I mean, I didn't disconnect the water hoses. I'm just gonna leave it sitting. If it gets in the way, I'll take it all out, but should be able to work around it. And I think where we're gonna be cutting more or less is gonna be around this area. I don't wanna go down here, but within this area, more or less we're gonna cut, and we should be able to route that pipe smoothly to just connect to the intercooler. All right, guys, so we got the front mount in place. Most of the piping is done. I did have to go ahead and cut a hole. So there is a, just so you guys can see more or less what area, if you need to cut this hole, you wanna go ahead and set your drill bit for just in between where this bolt goes that holds some wiring inside. And then there's a plastic clip that comes through this little square that is also part of that clip that holds some wiring. So obviously you want to loosen that, let the wiring go, get it out of the way, and then you can go ahead and cut out. I did a 3-inch hole with my 3-inch hole saw, and now this piping will go in just fine. It's a little easier when you do it with 2 hands. There you go. So it's gonna connect right over here to the outlet of the intercooler, through there, and it's gonna connect to this cold pipe with that coupler there. I'll get everything tightened up, and then we'll make some brackets. All right, so we got this bracket done so we can mount it up.
The houses around you are finished, but
Car's on, intercooler's on, everything's in place. I'm switching out those couplers, don't worry.
oh yeah, I got Instagram. I don't
And we got Blake's 34 over there. We did it.